noticed, and I'll say this right off the bat, is I notice people that want to do their pull-throughs and they just do this. They bring their hands in front and they jump it back. Don't tell me if you're one of those people. No, not me. I used to be that person. If you do this, it's kind of like what I was saying before with the rest of the vinyasa. You've missed out on 50% of the pull-through. And you'll be doing that for many years. Because the pull-through starts from the front. And it really forces you to engage your core and to use your bandhas. You know, so again, this is energetic work. We talked about last week is how whether you study Tai Chi or whether you study Ashtanga, you don't want your chi or your prana out here. We want it here. And we want to be able to use it. And so sometimes to use our physical body helps to think in terms of keeping things drawn in and pulling upward to keep the prana moving here so we're not heavy, you know, feeling like a big sack of potatoes, but that we have more of that. So just to demonstrate that, the first thing I want to do with you guys is I want you to come into whatever lotus position you take normally. But I want you to have a wide lotus. So just kind of the knees out there. And I don't want you to think about your bandhas or anything. Let your stomach just kind of hang out. And I want you to pick it up. Pretty nice. That looked pretty good to me. So now the next one I want you to do is whatever your lotus is, I want you to pull it in. So I want you to try to bring your feet further out, but your knees further in, which is pulling it in, pulling your legs in closer towards each other. Pull them in as tight as you can. And then I want you to think of what's happening here with the body to happen in the bandhas as well in here. Pull it in and think of energy moving in. And I want you to bring your hands down. Before you come up, I want you to focus on scooping the navel of the lower belly, rounding your shoulders and picking it up. A little bit. Just rounding your shoulders that time just to help you get in a little bit. What do you think? Yeah,
lighter because we're more compact.
Right, so you're more compact and you're thinking. So that's what we want to do in our practice. So I'm going to go through the different stages of pulling through, but I want you guys to remember when you're in your practice, sometimes it helps for you to bring your focus point to this. So when you're in your practice, and maybe it's hard for you to do every time, so you say, I'm going to do every other time what we were doing in transition. So every other time I'm really going to stop, engage the bandhas, physically pull myself in, you know, and see how that goes. And then pretty soon it becomes every time. But at least that's a good goal for us. So the first transition is to, I'm going to teach you guys tipping back. Because tipping back is going to help you work more from your core. Eventually you can pull through. Norm has a nice pull through where he can just put his hands down and pull it all the way through. For most of us as we're learning, we need to really engage the lower abdominals, and it helps a little bit to get that little momentum going. Hold up. Pick it up. Same thing. Yes. So once you sit it down, this is just the first one, then you're going to switch your hands and jump it back. One, you can pull it through just like you did, and you get about halfway and you're like, ooh, I'm stuck. But you can't actually pull it back any further. So in that case, you're going to switch your hands right here. Push down through your feet and back. If you keep doing that one and focusing on pulling the hip area in and lifting the lower belly, pretty soon you'll be able to do the next one. But some of you are right here where you pull it through and you can't quite push it back any further. So you have to lift your hands, move your hands, and jump it back. Yeah?
Are you bringing your knees in a little bit closer?
Because once you get through as far as you can, you have to get your hands like in front of your knees. The next one is not to move your hands. The next one is starting the same, hands under the thighs. You pick it up from the front. You're able to pull it through. You clear the hands. You tap the top of your feet, and you jump it back. So try that one. Again, same thing. Don't just try it mindlessly. When you use bandhas, pick it up and pull it in. Halfway, and jump it back. Is dangling earring. Some translation. yourself, so this is where we're kind of dead in the water, right?
Yes.
And start to lift the lower belly. In order to do that, notice where you have to work. So of course we're working here, right? But you also have to round your shoulders and pull your chest down towards the floor.